Okay, now that we have more or less an idea where I need to go and what I need to do, now I can actually start. First step, remember you need to, I'm just going to move this paper up because it's very low on the board and I do not like that. There we go. Because it's not stable then. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Okay, so al wat ek nou gaan doen is ek gaan hierdie lyn trek. Remember your chicken foot basically, right? Now, the instructions, I'm just going to tell you as I would draw. It says you need to show all your construction drawing or construction lines. You need to have, make this the lowest part. This is my left view. This is my front view. This is my top view. En scroll 1 tot 1. Okay, so top, bo, left, front. Okay, all right. So, left is going to be on this side, front here. First things first, I'm going to draw my block, and it's nice to have a method to use in isometrics, right? So jy moet regtig jou proses kind of verstaan en comfortable en gemaklik wees om dit te teken. Okay, so hierdie kant is 1822, dan neem ek aan daai is ook 18, want dit is letterlik dieselfde aan albei kante. Goed, so ek sit my lineaal op 18, dan doen ek gou 22 en dan weer 18. That's goed. Ek gaan my blok trek. Dit is my proses. Jy moet jou proses vind. Okay, ek teken my blok en weet ek moet daar binne in werk. Alright, if I have my block, then I know I can't go out. If I go out of it, means one of my measurements is off. It's just a way to double check myself. Okay, voor sê 80, this one says 80. So let's do that. Okay, and up, and then how high? 74, 74, but remember that does not include my prism, so I need to make sure that when I do my prism, it won't fit in there, and that's okay, but that's the thing I'm going to do last, because it is a bit complicated. Well, it's not, it takes the most time for me. Okay, and again, it's my process. If you have a different process, you want to do the other things first, it's fine, as long as you do it with intent, like you plan and you have a strategy. Okay, I'm just drawing my block at the back as well, because then I know more or less where I need to go in. Okay, there we go, barely touching. It's okay. All right, so now, because there is a hexagon, I need to draw an auxiliary view, and if I don't do that, then the whole thing's going to be wonky. Remember, the rule is, if you have lines that's non-isometric, meaning it's skew or slanted, even the prism you can do, you can draw auxiliary view if you need to. Maar omdat daar nie isometriese lyne is nie, beteken dit ek moet 'n hulpansig teken. Anders dan gaan dit 'n bietjie mekaar spoor raak. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to draw a 22 millimeter line. How do I know it's 22? It is because that is the bottom part of my hexagon. En elke sy is altyd dieselfde afstand, okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a hexagon. Remember, use the 60-30 set square. And you just draw. And remember, your auxiliary should be clear, guys. It shouldn't be the lightest construction lines that I have to squint to look at them, because I do look at it. It says that, show all construction lines, or constructions. All right, now that includes your auxiliary, by the way. Now, if you look at the mark allocation, it was 22, right? Yeah. If you look at the mark allocation, they say that's your auxiliary view and your placing. All right, so you get 3 marks for auxiliary and where it's placed and where your whole drawing is placed. Then footstuk, all right, the bottom part counts 8 marks. Your frame, the whole thing in general, is 20 marks. Your hexagon that you're going to draw, 6 marks, and your prism is at the top, that counts 3 marks. All right, so it's marks that you don't want to lose, and it's easy marks to get, so just don't be lazy, don't cut corners, because we look at the corners and we want those corners. All right. En doen dit net reg van die begin af. En spaar jy tyd, maar ook dan kry jy daai punte. Okay. All right. This looks weird. Let me double check everything. That's 22. Yep. 22. Yep. Okay, it's just my brain, I guess. Yeah, it's my brain. Okay, I'm just going to draw a block around it. So ek gaan 'n blokkie teken. Okay, want dit is makliker om in 'n blokkie te werk en dan die dots net bymekaar te kry, eerder as om net die dots randomly uit te figure. Okay, and there. I hope you can see it. All right, but it doesn't need to be, well, it does need to be perfect, but the point is, it doesn't need to be exactly. Okay, so that is more or less over here. Okay, now I'm just going to number my blocks. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm doing it in pen so you can see it, so it's clear. Now, the thing is, this hexagon is not exactly on the floor, so I can't just start here at the bottom. It needs to go up. So 8 millimeters up. All right, I'm measuring 8 millimeters up. Why does this look skew? Is that my brain? It's just my brain, I guess. Yeah, alles like CF vandag. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to just take this measurement of 22 up, and then I'm going to start there. There we go. All right, now I'm going to draw my block. Okay, measurements and distances. I have 10 and 9. Oops. Ek het 10 en 9, so 10 is daar, 9 is daar. All right, I have 10 and 9. So all I want to get my distance from 10 to 1. All right, 10 to 1 is there, and 9 to 8 is going to be the same. Okay, so I just make a little mark. Now there's the edges of my block. Okay. Goed, nou onthou jy kan nie skewe lyne meet by jou hulpomsig en dan probeer implementeer hier nie. You can't. You need to have a block with isometric lines in order to draw the non-isometric lines. Okay, so compass, I'm going to just put it between 6 and 8 just to get that measurement a bit bigger. There we go. All right. Okay, now I know how big it needs to be. And then, I forgot my 7 and 2. Sharp point on the corner of 8. Pencil at 7. 8, 7, 10. There we go. There we go. And all I need to do now is I'm just going to project these marks up. Construction lines, so you can't probably see it on the camera, but it's there to help me. And then I'm just going to finish my block at the top. Okay, now I know that is going to be the top part of my drawing. En ek connect letterlik net die lyn op mekaar. Oops, dat heb ik heel erg gegaan. That's okay, we can fix that, just like that, and that. Okay, there we go. En daar is my seshoek. Guys, soos dit, ek vir wys. Dit is nie baie duidelik nie, maar ons probeer. Goed, so, volgende stap is kom ons doen die buitekant. Okay? So, hier gaan basically al die pad op, die buitenlyn, hierdie lyn. En ek kan maar donker terug maak. Soos dit. Met op 2 is my eenvoudig, okay? En dan 14 is die lengte. So I'm just going to measure 14. It's so difficult to be accurate with a camera in your face. Ek lê onder die kamera en probeer nou maar net van hierdie angle af te drag. Okay, there we go, 14. And the width is 8. How do I know? Because if I project it all the way up, there's 8. Okay, goed. So dis hoekom jy met al jou afmetings kyk en al 3 jou perspeksies, projections. This is 8. I'm just going to make this lighter. Make this dark. Okay, and then I need to go. How much down? Alright, so the inside is 12 down. Okay, so 12 af. Jy moet mooi kyk na watse deel van die tekening wys my aanwysings of my afmetings. Vet lank. Daar het 'n bietjie oor gegaan, maar dis okay. Ons werk daarmee. Okay, so that's 12, so I'm just going to project this to the side. Alright, there we go. Okay. Goed, en dan kan ek hierdie, remember 3-dimensional, you can see corners, so jy moet jou hoek ook insit, nee? Okay, so dit, there we go. Goed, ek gaan hierdie donkerder maak. Dat was nou lelijk geweest. Maar is oké. Eindelijk uitwerk as ek nou die merkpunte gee. Kan jy sien? Alright guys, so it's starting to kind of get a personality, right? So het vat nogal 'n bietjie tyd, maar jy just trust the process, okay? So, now, when I look at my drawing, this continues all the way to there, right? Then it goes 6 millimeters down, 10, 6, and then whatever. Alright, now to know the distance of this one, I look at the top view, it says 14. So, ek het klaar daai 8, dan is dit 14, dan is dit 10, dan is dit nou wat ook al daar is. Okay, so I have my measurements. All I need to do now is measure them. And then, let me show you something. As jy kyk na hierdie, daai 15, nee? Daai 15 is nou daai lyne. Dit is hoe hoog hy moet wees van bo af. So, I'm going to measure 15 down from here. It's going to be a little bit lower than the other side, which it should be. The other side is 12. Alright, 15 down, and then I measure 14 to the side. Okay. One of the things that I've noticed is if one of your measurements is off, then you guys just continue with your drawing and then everything is going to be off. Oops, I'm sorry, that was off camera. Okay, so al wat ek gedoen het is ek het letterlik net 15 gemeet en toe het ek 14 kant toe gemeet. Okay, I measured 15 down and 14 to the side. Okay. But as I was saying, a lot of the times I see you guys have one wrong measurement and then you continue with your measurement all the way around. Don't just do that. Double check your measurements, okay? So, for example, if I want to double check everything, I'm going to see, okay, is like look at this measurement and it's going to be the same as the other side, and then I'll measure things from this side all the way to the inside. All right, don't just measure from one side to the back. Measure from all the sides. Double check yourself. Okay, so wat is nou gaan doen? Ek gaan eintlik hierdie agterste deel gaan doen. Dit is nogal maklik. The back part is actually quite easy. The bottom part. Okay. Ooh, that is so skew and very ugly. I'm very sorry about that. I'll fix dit gou. Alright, that's better. Alright. And then it goes same measurements here. Okay. And then it is 8 as well. So I'm just going to make a little line there because that is basically where everything goes. I'm going to erase this corner just lightly, okay, because I need to remember to not continue drawing that line. Okay, so I've drawn this side part now, this side part, okay, so volgende stap, ek gaan hierdie gapentjie kry, nee? Now, weer eens, if I use my ruler and I just check where my projection is, you see this hidden detail line? It's basically that back line. Okay, so, nou weet ek daarom, hierdie is, en as ek hier kyk, die boonste deel van my seshoek is basically die hoogte van die ander deel. So, al wat ek gaan doen, is, eerstens, ek gaan hierdie ene projecteer aan die kant toe. I'm going to take this measurement to the side, and that same height I'm going to take all the way back, because that is the height, that is this part as well. Okay, so, ek het nou daai hoogte gevat, om dit geprojecteer en so gevat. Alright, I'm just going to zoom out, because I keep on cutting you guys out of my drawing. Okay, goed, so, volgende ding wat ek gaan doen, nadat ek daai hoogte het, nou gaan ek 27 mm van hierdie kant af meet, so toe, net om daai onderste deel te kry. And I did something stupid now. Okay, I'm measuring 25 down. Yes, mensies, my brein. Okay, 25 af. Is dorsal. Okay, nou kan ek hierdie ding doen. Ek vat hom kant toe. Soos dit. Okay, en daarna is 27 breed. So I'm just gonna make it 27 in width. Okay, and I'm just going to take it up now. Soos dit, genade, dat my brein so nie wil werk nie. Okay, ek gaan die agterkant donker maak nie, want hy sny mos daar die hoek af. So, kom ons doen net hierdie deel gegaan. Hierdie is deel allemaal van die lyn. So, gaan we hierdie uitvee. Okay, so, next. That height is 12 millimeters. So is 12 millimeter op. So dat ek sommer daar vanaf. Okay. 12. That's right. Good. And then that corner is 18 millimeters in. Okay, wacht, voordat ek dit doen. I'm going to just take this line through because even though I'm not going to use it, it's kind of necessary to know where the placing is. Okay, so now gaan ek measuring 12 up, right, and then 18 from here. Okay, so 18, 18, and 12 up. Okay, now guys, the thing is with this, you really can't just look at videos and think, oh, okay, now I figured it out. You need to practice it because you need to jou kop bietjie oefen, verstaan, hoe jy moet dink. Anders gaan dit nie werk nie. Okay, hoe meer jy dit doen, hoe minder foute gaan jy maak en hoe vinniger gaan jy die ding kan teken. Alright, so now, after I've drawn this, I'm jumping around a little bit, but it's fine. Ek het nou hierdie 14 gedoen, nee? Dit is daai deel. Na die 14 is dit 10, en dan is dit nou die ander ding. So kom ons meet gou 10. We're measuring 10. I'm jumping around, but it's just because it's going to come together. Trust the process. En dan is hy 6 af. Okay, so ek gaan gou 6 afmeet. Okay, en 6 afmeet. Okay. Kant toe. I'm just taking this basically to the side because, I mean, it's going to be, some of these corners will be seen, you know. So ek trek maar net liggies die lyntjies. Okay, next. Okay, so I'm going to finish this corner quickly. It's 25 from this corner. Okay, so first thing that I'm going to do, I'm just going to act as if it's not cut off, so I have that angle, and then I can measure 25. So ek gaan 25. Net gou 'n merkie maak. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut it. Now the thing is, you can still see a little bit of that corner that's been cut. So that's why I'm just making it a little bit of a wonky triangle. Okay, goed, done. Gaan ek, okay, just to kind of explain, this corner is basically that area that you see there, or that. Okay, it's not empty. It has a little bit of a angle and you can still see it. Okay, now I'm going to darken this line for myself. There we go. Alright, and then it's very skew. Ay. Guys, I'm making a mess. But it's in my defense, dit is vrek moeilik om met 'n camera aan my gesig te teken. Alright, so now that I have the majority of these things, I'm just going to take this. No, wait, I'm going to take this measurement, okay, this one, and I'm going to make a little mark there, and then I'm going to project it to the side. It's a lot of work, but you'll see why, and take this to the side here. Now that I have that, I'm going to make a little line there. And I did all of this just so I knew how, high and where I need to stop with this line. Okay, and then I'm going to project the corners here and take it to the side. And extend it, just dit. Nee, daai kan ek sien. Okay, so nou moet ek my kop hou. Hierdie ene gaan tot by daai lyn. So ek gaan gou donkerder maak. Okay. And it goes down, then you can't see it. And then this one goes down as well. Like that. And then it goes to the side. Ay. Let's just fix this. Yep. I did something stupid now. I don't need to draw that. All I need to do is extend this. Oh, I'm making a mess. Okay, so of wat ek gaan doen is hierdie hoek kan ek nou donkerder maak. See, this is why you need to concentrate. Because if you don't, you have problems. Okay. Goed. That's the ugliest looking line I've ever drawn, but it's fine. Okay, now we are almost done, guys. Very, very almost. So this line here that I have, that is basically what I'm going to build my prism on. Okay, now the prism, it is 20 millimeters wide, and it starts in line with this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little line in this corner, because now I know where my prism is going to be more or less. I'm going to be on that line. Okay, then it's going to be center in the middle of my drawing. Okay, and okay, so it's going to be 58, okay, minus 10 on the left and minus 10 on the right, so it's 38. Okay, so I'm going to measure 10 millimeters, 10 millimeters, then I know how deep it needs to go. Okay, let's just turn this around, otherwise I'm going to break my brain. Okay, this one is there, yes. So 10 and 10. Okay, so that is where it needs to be. And how wide is it? 20 millimeters. So using this angle, I'm just going to measure 20. 20. There. All right. Then once I have that, I can move on to the next part, which is actually, we're almost drawing it. Let's quickly just get the outline. All right. And basically, here, that's my block that I'm going to work inside of. Did I measure wrong now? No. Okay, my prism is going to be in the middle of this. Okay. I want to double check quickly. So the center line should be 29. Okay, there's my center. I'm projecting it to the back. Okay, so basically this is my center line, and now I just need to actually draw this prism. So 23 up. Ek maak het weer. 23 up. And it's the wrong one again. Yeah, guys. My brain doesn't want to work. Oh, it's the right one. Yay. Okay, I'm just going to make a little block. Okay. Now, the thing is, it doesn't help if you draw a bunch of lines and blocks and stuff, but you can't remember what you did. So, you'll see there's like a lot of lines here, but I know more or less which one is which. Okay, but you saw sometimes I make a little bit mistakes, a couple of mistakes, and it's only because I get confused with all my lines. So I mean, yes, you should not erase them, but also just be careful not to have too many. Okay, so this is basically the block that I'm drawing, and here. Okay, and this one, and this one. Okay, and there's my center line. So here to there is, yeah, here to there is where my prism is going to go. And yes, it looks funky. Dit lyk funky want ek meen dit is isometries. Alright, so dis fyn as jou isometries nie presies goed lyk nie, want ek meen dit is isometries. Ek gaan net om te double check. Kom ons kyk gou die afmeting van hierdie. Okay, so it's 40, right? That is how big my block is, and my halfway point is there. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this up, okay, until I reach this block here. And I'm taking it to the side. So the reason I'm doing this, although I did get my halfway point from this side, it's not accurate because the height is completely different from my prism. Remember at the beginning I said my prism is a bit taller than this, and that's why I only remembered now. I need to forget it. Now I'm just connecting the dots. Okay, so I'm targeting it. I'm just darkening all my lines that I left unfinished. So ek gaan letterlik nou net follow the lines. En hierdie ene kan al die pad terug gaan, want die prism is nie in sy pad nie. There we go. Net 'n bietjie uitvee. Okay. Alright guys, almost done. Just darkening my final lines. Okay, then, almost forgot this. This is actually a stupid way to lose marks. Okay, then I'm going to take my prism. This is going to catch us out. Okay, so the prism is actually only that distance, right? So it's 8 millimeters. So basically, at the back here, all I'm doing is I'm going to measure 8 millimeters every corner. 8. So, 8 from that corner as well. There we go. And then 8 on this corner. And 8. Okay. I'm taking it all back. Okay, and I'm taking it up because behind it is hollow though. So, from this one, I'm going to take and just end it there. Okay, and the same is here, but I can't see it, so it's hidden, and I don't need to add hidden details. So, nou, hierso kom dit. Okay, en dit het bietjie my brein gebreek. Hierso, this point, right? If you look at it from the side, it is continuing all the way to the back. So van hier af, gaan ek hom agtertoe moet vat. How do I know? Because I also can see the hidden details on top view. So hierdie deel gaan agtertoe gaan, en hierdie deel agtertoe, want dit is basically gekonnekteer aan hierdie deel, reg? Dan is hierdie deel is leeg. Maar as ek hierdie lyne vat, kom ek nou ja, hierso. As ek hierdie lyne agtertoe vat, gaan jy kan sien. So kom ek wys jou gegaan. I'm going to take this line, this corner, project it back. If my pencil wants to work. Like that. Okay, en hierdie agtertoe en hierdie to the back. Alright? Because this part is basically the flat part that's still remaining, so this one also needs to go to the back. Just that. As I put down, take hierdie ene so vat. Ons sal daar agter by mekaar voel. En so vat. Good. Okay, good. I'm quickly going to make these lines darker so you can see, and then we're going to mark. Give me a sec. Okay, that's a bit better. So let's quickly mark. All right. Let's take a red pen so you can see. Okay, so eerstens, the auxiliary view and your placing. Okay, so die hulpansig en jou plasing. So plasing is hierso vir 'n punt, want jy moet onthou om S die laagste punt te maak. So you get a mark for where you start, and you get 2 marks for your auxiliary view. Okay, that is a total of 3 full marks. And with EGD, you don't get often like full marks, so you need to make sure that you add that. Then the foot placement and the footstep. All right, it's a combination of half marks and full marks. Okay, so you get a half mark here and here for this part and this part. Okay, so that's 2 marks in total. You get a half mark for this part. Okay, and no, you don't. I'm sorry, that's my mistake. That is for the other side. So it's half mark, half mark, half mark, half mark, full mark for that line, half mark, half mark. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it is 5 And then you get a half mark. Ooh, I forgot a line, guys. Oh my hattles. Okay, so basically remember this line, it carries on to the back. So I forgot to add a line there. Oh, my feet. Okay, so I forgot to add a line there. So I would lose a mark there. Alright, a full mark, that's the worst part. So daar krijg ek 'n volpunt nog steeds. Half punt, half mark, half mark. The rule is I mark with a mistake. So if one of your lines is a little bit off, then I would adjust. You'll lose a mark, but then also I'll adjust the others so you don't constantly lose marks. Okay, so technically, you'd also get 3 marks, but I would get like 2 marks with that. So that's 7 marks. That's sad. Okay, anyways, a stupid mistake. But you see, if you are not careful, it's easy to make mistakes. Now, let's look at the frame. I'm going to use a different color for this. All right, let's use dark green. Okay, so for the frame itself, half mark counts the most marks. Half mark, half mark, half. You see, there's a lot of marks here. Oh my hattles, I made another mistake. It doesn't really make sense why. But anyway, there is supposed to be a line there, and you see that's not a mistake because they tell me there's a solid line, so there should have been a line there. So I am losing another half mark. Okay, but I get half marks for the others still. Okay, so that's why it's important to be very careful with your lines, because I mean, in the end, it adds up. But if you just do the rest correctly, meaning your measurements and things are still fine, then it's literally just half a mark in isolation. But if everything else starts to get messed up, like let's say, for example, this line, right? This one's wrong. Then my whole corner here would be completely off, and that's a lot of marks that you'd lose. All right, so I'm just showing you guys with these arrows that goes up. That is basically my symbols for half marks. All right, and I think I got everything. Oh, there's one there still. All right, yeah, I think that's everything. In total, it would be, 40 half marks, and it's 20 full marks, basically. But because I missed that line, it would be 19 and a half. All right, so that's very sad. Let's move on. I'm going to do the hexagon now. So die sê so. Goed, nou hierso kan jy volpunte en halfpunte kry. You get half a mark for this line and this line, as well as this little line, en dan ook hierdie lyn. Nee, maar hier kom die volpunte. Volpunt, 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 volpunt. That is a lot of marks. Okay, so I mean 6 marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 marks, 4 half marks, and 4 full marks makes 6 marks. That's a lot. Okay, then, yeah, and remember this one was a mistake from my side. Then, the prism, this one. So few of you guys actually did the prism. It's very sad. Okay, you should just approach it logically. Okay, half mark for this one, half, 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 half. And there we go. There's your 3 marks. So, I hope this makes sense, and I hope that it jou help. Maar ja, sterkte julle.